All right. Wow. Hey, all of my planner friends. Woo! It's been a minute. And I'm not going to make excuses anymore. It's just not, there's no more excuses to be made. It is what it is. And we're starting, out with a different planner. I am switching things up. In 2020, I actually used a Stalogy, and I loved it back then. It was new to me, and I was just like having fun with it. I don't even think I used it as a planner. I think I used it more as a memory keeper planner type thing. This year, I've been really, really wanting to go into daily pages, but also not dated. I mean, I would love a dated daily page, but I don't want that pressure of a dated daily page until I feel like I can keep up with it. I think a lot of you, well, maybe not this channel, my other channel. I have my first child is graduating in 2025, so it is a huge year for us. And I feel like there's going to be a lot of memories, a lot of things that I will want to capture, and I might not have all the time in the world to capture them. So I really am trying to go to a daily page. So I decided to go with a Stalogy because I would love a Hobonichi, cousin, I think it is, the one that is the daily. I can't justify the $60. Now, I say that, and then sometimes I'm like, but if I don't keep up with it, like, oh God, that would kill me. So I decided to start with a Stalogy. I believe this is just a Stalogy half year is what this one is. It is completely undated, completely blank. There's no months. That's the only reason I would love to go with the Hobonichi, is because the months are already in it. But if you know anything about Hobonichis and everything, like the months are in the front, then there's weeklies, and then there's dailies. I don't really know. I don't know. Maybe, gosh, I think that the planner craziness will always haunt me, right? Like the perfect planner, there's just no such thing, right? Is there a such thing? I don't really know. We're going to keep it simple though. With all of that said, in 2 minutes and 47 seconds into this video, we are going to keep this one super simple for right this moment. If there's stickers I can use and find around, I will do that. I am already setting this up on the 1st because I've been super sick with pneumonia and just haven't had the time to get there. I will tell you that this does not do well. I have dabbled in here. As you can see, I have lots of notes, and I did decide to go through and start setting up my daily, which we'll get to. And you can see it doesn't do well with stamping. Now, it might do well with different inks, so I am going to experiment a little bit with that. I might pull out my Studio Calico inks because I just got new inks. I might even pull out my Distress inks this time. I'm not sure. Anyways, but this is how I kind of am going to set this up. I know this is going to be really squirrely, guys, but bear with me. We're going to have a 2025 page, of course. I am going to do a future log here. Ooh, I did do a future log. I did only set it up so that I would have one page of future logs. So I am going to have to do a half and half. I forgot about that. As you can see, I didn't really put anything in. So yeah, I think, you know what? I think that'll be fine anyways. I don't typically do a future log like super crazy, but I do want to start to like noticing birthdays more on my future log for card purposes. I've recently definitely gotten into the card world. And if you are not familiar, I have another channel called Create with K, and that is where a lot of my scrapbooking and card making stuff goes. So head over there if you are interested in that kind of stuff. I'll put the link below. But I want to pay attention to birthdays and stuff like that more. I want to do a 25 and 25. I definitely want to do that. I'm going to set up a 2025 goals and a craft goals page. because I do have a lot of goals that I want to get done. I didn't get a ton done in 2024, in the last part of 2024 for scrapbooking, so just didn't go well. I want to set up a page of when I did it last. There's a lot of things that I would like to start tracking, just random things around the house that I would also like to track. I just feel like a lot of things are getting swept under the rug around here, and I'm trying to tackle them. I'm trying to be an adult, guys. It's crazy. You know, I'm turning 40 also this year, and I feel like I'm not an adult. It's crazy. You know, okay. I'm not rambling. A January page, of course. Again, I might not do a January page. I might leave this blank for a minute because I'm not doing a huge, like, decorating. I'm just trying to get used to this planner. I did pull out all the stamps, but again, like, this planner doesn't do well with stamps. So, I don't know. If you know an ink that the Stalogy does well with, let me know. And then I'm going to be, like I said, testing out a few different inks around here. We're going to be doing a monthly. I'm going to try and stick to one monthly. And that is it. And then a meal plan, because I am going to go back on my weight loss journey. Yeah, I think that's what we're trying to do today. Is a meal plan too, because I just need to get back in the like swing of things after the holidays and everything else. Okay, so yeah, let's get back, and then I will go over how I'm going to do dailies, hopefully. I'm kind of excited for this, so we'll see. And it's going to be like literally like just writing things down that just need to be written down, even if it's not like journaling for that day. If I need to have a note section, I'm going to write it down there. Because this is not dated, I love that you can just like take a page and do notes and then just move on to your next day. So we're going to see. I'm going to see how I can stay up to date on this. It's just going to be, that's why I only got like the first half, I think. I don't even know what this is. I just got it off of Amazon, but it was like 17 bucks, guys. So I was just like, okay, let's just try this out and then dive back into the planner thing. And not that I haven't been, I've had a planner. I had one all the way through December and loved it. And I journaled a ton in December because I was super behind on other projects and I was sick. So yeah, I think that's enough babbling. So let's get moving on this. I have no idea. I've literally, you know, I keep on going back with just using my mild liners and saying like just like get it done. Like at the end of 2025 or at the end of this notebook, like I'm not going back and looking at what my title page was, honestly. Okay, whoa, my husband just scared the living bejesus out of me. I have decided I am legit gonna go very simple on this, and yeah, I'm gonna go super simple on this, and I'm literally not gonna think about this anymore. One thing I wanted to also say real quick is I did get myself some new markers. I got the Sharpie S Notes, tons of color. I love these. These are so fun. They're like the mild liners, except for it's just a chisel tip. It's not a bullet point too at the other end. So that kind of stinks. I do wish they had a bullet point. But it's just something new to kind of work with this year and just to be excited again. But definitely recommend. Hi guys, so I am going to switch over to a voiceover because honestly there was so much footage in this, and when I tell you I ranted, I don't know, I think I was just in a mood yesterday. I don't really know why I was ranting so much, but y'all, I ranted through this whole video about planners. Alright, so here is my 2025 title page. I hate it. I was okay with it at that point. I hate it. My twos aren't the same. why do I even need this page? I don't know. I'm going to cover it. I don't know what I'm going to cover with it with. I don't know what I'm going to cover it with. I think, honestly, I'm going to come in with the same stamp set that I did the January with, because I just love the simplicity of it all. Like, I really am loving the simplicity. So, don't worry about this. Anyways, I did use some really cute glitter markers, and I will list those below. I think they're actually from TikTok Shop, to tell you the honest truth. I think that's where I got them from. I think they were sent to me. All right, so we're going to move into my future log. I am using a stamp set from L Studio. I will try and link all of these below. I don't have affiliate links for these. You know, I do have some affiliate links for some things. These ones I do not, through LE Studio. I just love a lot of LE Studio stuff. I used to get their stuff a ton, but then I have so much of it that, like, I really don't need anymore. So I've been trying to not, you know, pay attention to all their sales. Anyways, though I did think I had a stamp set that I don't have, which is like large monthly stamp sets. So maybe I'll go look for those. I don't know. This ink, though, did do pretty decent with the paper. This is just the Studio Calico ink. This is something that I bought like a long time ago in my scrapbooking journey. I barely even use these now, but maybe I'll have to pull them back out for this. So, but the title of this video is going to be truly like your most non-aesthetic, or just like most realistic bullet journal setup. Like I mentioned beforehand, I've had pneumonia for almost a month now, and you know, I just needed to get this set up. I've just been trying to simplify it, I guess. So, I don't know. These calendar stamps really came in handy so that I didn't kill my hand. The only problem, obviously, is that they all go to 31, so I have to, like, you know, wipe some off. And again, I wasn't doing, like, the best job stamping these. I could have done a little bit better, but it is what it is. I'm not going to use these. I probably, what I've done so far is just, like, circle the days that I have something, so that it kind of just makes it more apparent. But, again, not the most important page in my entire life in my bullet journal. I'm just getting to the point where, like, sometimes it just doesn't have to be as perfect all the time as, you know, we try to make it. And honestly, right now, like, it was better done than not done, or not perfect, I guess I should say. So, all right. So moving through, I also was missing a stamp from this set, so I'm going to have to, like, dig around my craft room and see if it's in the, you know, stamp graveyard. Again, don't look at these lines. If you are a person that just loves, like, perfectly even lines, do not look at these. These are not, I wasn't going to get out tape and rulers and everything. First of all, I don't even know how washi tape would do well on this paper coming off of it. It's so thin. So yeah, we weren't going to try that. And I didn't have my liner. This is the brush one. So, you know, it's done. And I'm pretty happy with it, to tell you the honest truth. I've already been using this one. So I went every other line on this. I do love the brush mild liners, though. Ooh, yeah. I was getting a little too crazy with that one, right? All right, so we're going to finish this up, and then we are going to move on to more of the yearly ones. I did just put it all together because I didn't do much of a yearly setup, to be honest with you. I don't know if I will, or if, because this journal is non-dated, that maybe I'll just, like, do them later, I think. I don't really know. Again, I always have a big hang up when it comes to setting up a yearly, like the yearly part of my bullet journals. I've generally never went back and used the pages, so, or like filled them out. So I really just have been being like, do I really need to spend the time doing it? But there was a couple that I really wanted to do, like this 25 in 2025. I liked doing this. I think I did this in 2023, I think. Maybe I did them in 2024. But I really did like them. And I have a few things that I do want to get done in 2025. And some of them are like house related or adult related, I guess. I don't really know how to say that. You're going to see that I mess up here coming up right here. I'm getting used to the spacing of this. Instead of it being like the boxes in the Stalogy are very small. So, but then like 2 boxes put together is bigger than what I'm used to. First of all, I go to like 27 and I'm like, oh yeah, shoot, whoops, only 25. And then I'm sitting there and I'm like, I don't like that at all. Anyways, no, like that's so pushed together. What are we going to do with the rest of the page? So as I was looking there, I was like, you know what? The whiteout, honestly, you can barely tell, especially in like real life, you could barely tell. And I was like, yep, we're going to just cover that all up. We're going to cover all that up. We're not going to worry about it. We're going to stick to the most realistic, non-aesthetic bullet journal setup right here. You guys, I swear I will get back in it. I don't know. Maybe I don't know if I'll ever like truly go back to, I think that sometimes, okay, so here I am. See, this is why I was ranting before. I love looking at all the bullet journal setups. I love looking at mine when it's all set up. Love it. The daunting thing is like figuring out a theme. Okay. Figuring out a theme each month. Getting new supplies for each theme sometimes, like of whatever I need. Time just creeping up on me pretty much. I don't know, like a lot of that, I don't know. So, yeah, I'm really just trying to simplify. Here, I should have went to 13. It is what it is. I don't know. Anyways. All right. So I'm liking this much better. I think I will definitely like it even better when I fill it out. And I think I actually, when I was looking at it today, I'm going to go through and I'm going to do the gray lines also for every other one. So, I think that will look much better once it's filled out. All right. Yes. If you're not a ghoster, you don't like ghosting, do not get this planner. As you can see, it is ghosting pretty badly. I don't mind it though. I know there's like a whole subgroup out here that, you know, is in the Hobonichis and, you know, in the, I think that's like the, you know, the thinnest paper. I would have to say that this is kind of the same thing. So, I don't know. We're gonna see how this goes. All right, so on to the next page. This is going to be my 2025 goals. I am breaking this down into personal goals / crafty goals. And personal goals is really going to be like things I want to do, plus like, you know, Instagram numbers and TikTok numbers and all that kind of stuff. I wasn't going to write down TikTok numbers yet, just in case the ban goes through. But I did, and then my crafty goals are like goals of things I want to get done, mainly scrapbooking goals. So like albums I want to get done, all that kind of stuff. And I haven't even thought about this process yet, so we will be figuring this out later. All right. Also, you know, as it looks like at this point, I'm sticking into the gray. So we're going to be boring. There's not going to be color at this point. We're going to stick to the gray. I think I'm going to bring color in through my dailies and that kind of thing. But for right this second, we are just going to stick to the grays. I think it's easy. I think it looks decent. And I didn't have to think about it. So there we go. All right. Next page is when I did it last. We all know what these pages are. I haven't exactly figured out what I want to track on this page. Definitely like dentist, doctor, dentist for my kids. Because I do get behind on that. That's horrible. And then, like things like, you know, like the, air filter on our furnace, that type of thing, or like when we get something fixed or something like that, just so that we know when things are like breaking down and not breaking down. again, I haven't figured out quite what I'm going to be doing on this, but as the time goes on, I think it's a good page to have so that I can write down things that I need to. Again, so sorry for my voice and all of the noises. Like I said, I have been sick with pneumonia for almost a month now. I am almost on the mend. Almost. I feel like I'm almost there, but definitely still have a lot of congestion. All right. So I'm going to throw you back into real time for a little bit here in a second to go over through things, probably to rant some more. To be honest with you, I cut out so much ranting on this thing. That's why you're going to see my fingers move all the time, because I was just like, I was on one. But I am going to do my January page, and this is why I think I'm going to go back and change my front page and either just like paste another page on top of it or make a sticker page or something along those lines, because I love this font. I always forget that I love this font. This is another LE Studio font. I believe this is like Molly or something. I'm not sure. Again, I will link it below if they still have it. A lot of my stamp sets from them are older, so I'm sorry if they don't, just because, I mean, I need to use my supplies. That's, you know, I got to use my supplies. All right, throwing you back into real life. All right, so I'm back, and I like to use, if I can find what I like to use, if I even have what I like to use on my outer ones an 08, inner ones, I mean, honestly, it's all the same, but I will do this with a micron just because it usually dries a lot quicker. We're going to see. I don't know. I've never used this paper before. So, but we did set it up. My boxes are 8x9, which are pretty big boxes, but honestly, these boxes are a lot smaller than previous boxes that I've had. So, yeah, we're gonna see how this all goes. Again, I could do this for the first month and totally hate this and switch. I don't know. We're gonna see. We're gonna try and stick with it at least through the end of this book. I generally try and stick with something through a couple of months. Now, this book is my first book that I've ever bought for just like 6 months. Again, because I was just like, I don't know if I'm even going to keep up with the dailiness, but I like the dailiness of to-do list, and I went outside the lines there, and I like the dailiness. The only thing I don't love usually is being able to like see my week, and I do not have this set up for a weekly. I have it set up to do a to-do list every day. So generally, I think I've done a daily one other time in my bullet journal and did not set up weeklies. And that was where I was like, I don't know if I really love this because I can't like see my week, if you know what I mean. Like I can't like prepare ahead of time. So in the upcoming weeks, months, that's what's great about an undated planner, is that you can literally stop and put a weekly in. So, you know, we can do that. I like when people do dailies and they just like, they like go and then like go, like they just stop at that exact point and then start Tuesday and then go until the end of Tuesday and then start Wednesday. I do like that. I don't think that I keep up with that as much though. Because you kind of have to like kind of go in every day. I don't know, guys. There's so much. I could literally sit here and talk about what goes through my head for a planner for hours. I think a lot of planners could do that, honestly. I mean, all right, back to my voiceover, because I think I go into a lot of rants again. And at first I was like, yep, they're going to hear it, but I don't think you guys want to hear it. So, all right, doing my monthly. So one thing that I talked about in here is, if you've watched my planner videos before, I used to do like 3 monthlies, which is I think why I got burnt out a little bit in setting up my bullet journal. Now, it worked for me. I used all 3 monthlies, let me tell you. I would do one for like, personal, regular life, kids stuff. I would do one for a social media content calendar. And my last one would be for meal planning. So you'll see that I skip a page in the setup because I was going to do a monthly meal plan in my bullet journal. I have decided to not do that and actually print one out and put it on my refrigerator for everybody to see. My kids are getting to the age now that they're about to be on like helping with dinner. Also, now that I have a new job, there's many nights where I am away, and it would be helpful that my husband also knows what I kind of have planned for dinner, either that day, that week, that type of thing. So I am pulling it out of my planner, to tell you the honest truth, and I think it might work out for us. So, and it, like, go up in the kitchen. Maybe eventually I'm even going to get like a chalkboard or something like that. All right. First big boo-boo, other than that numbering thing. I've never been a Monday start person in my entire life, and I started, but I do like start my weeks Monday, like my weeklies start Monday, but my calendars never start Monday. They always start Sunday. So I was just like, what am I doing here? But again, you can almost barely see that white out. So it's not the worst thing in the world. See my hands moving? Yeah, I'm ranting. I don't know what I'm ranting about. Probably that Monday start thing. So another thing I probably would have changed now that I sat back and thought about it, I probably should have stamped out my headers with that same font, or at least mimicked that font a little bit. I don't know why I did a script font when I'm doing like a typewriter type font. All right, just going to number these. Always just number these. I've never like done stickers or anything. It's just easier just to get it done and hope to God that I don't make any mistakes, right? And then I'm just going to finish it up with a simple, like putting January over on the side. Again, a little redundant. I actually have seen people like do like this month or something like that. And yeah, maybe. I don't know. All right, so going down to one calendar. So far it's working a little bit. I don't know if it will work once my kids get back into sports, because it will just be a lot more to put on the calendar. But in our down months of, winter, probably, like January through March-ish, I don't really need 2 calendars to do both. Social media might get a little hectic in here. And I might just break out social media also to do like, the Aesthic method, I think is that what it's called, so that I can break it down a little bit more. But for this month, right this second, we're just going to leave it all in one. See how it goes, to tell you the honest truth. So, all right, guys, you've made it to the end. There isn't much more of a setup. I'm sorry to disappoint you. I'm sorry to disappoint you if you were expecting a nice, clean, bullet journal, kind of like before. It's not happening. So hopefully you don't mind this more realistic, more non-aesthetic bullet journal setup, and just a quick and dirty way of getting it done, and actually using my planner pretty much. So there is a little flip through, and then you'll see the dailies. I'm going to update you on the dailies in the upcoming weeks. And yeah, thank you all for being here, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.